So today we're going to have a look at the Helix tool. Now you could use the Helix tool for many applications. Most commonly it's probably going to be for custom screw threads or bolt threads. It might be for making springs or possibly something like an Archimedes screw. So we're going to go up to this Helix tool up here. You can see I've already got this cylindrical surface, this cylinder, and we can add the Helix to any kind of conical or cylindrical face. So I could click on here and you'll see it's added some turns. If I wanted to, I could make it on an axis. I have no axis at the moment, but I could put an axis down the middle of this cylinder, or I could use my mate connector and I can add it to the center of this part here, change the direction, and then I've got exactly the same thing. Equally, I can use the circle, so I can find a circular edge like we have, and I can do exactly that. So I'm going to go with the cylinder. You can see at the moment we selected turns, so that is going to basically make from the start point all the way to the end, you're going to have as many turns as it takes. So we've put in 4 turns, we could have 10 turns, and it will tighten it up, as you can see. It's starting at an angle in terms of what it means is a start position. So this start position is here right now. We could change that to 50 degrees and it's moved it around to this position. If it's going to be at 90 degrees, it would be on our right plane. As you can see here, it is intersecting with the plane just there. The end condition is the height, obviously, because it's going all the way to the end of the cylinder, and it's going to be a clockwise turn. Now, if we wanted to have a bit more control, we could go turns and pitch, and as you can see, it's now extended that quite a bit. The pitch is 25 millimeters at the moment. If I change it to 10, it's going to shorten it, and it's going to fit on. We could even reduce the amount of turns to 8, and it's going to stop a little bit short. So it's quite nice to have that control. Once you're happy with that, we can click on the green tick, and we can now go and basically perform a sweep function. So for a sweep, you need a part for the path to follow around. So it's got the path, it needs a cross section. And we know that this is intersecting with the right plane. So I'm going to sketch on the right plane and I'm going to let's use a rectangle for now. So just a small one here. Let's make it, I don't know, 6 by 6. That's fully constrained. I can green tick that. We're nice and happy that that is in the right position. I can then go up and use my sweep command, faces and sketches to sweep. This is the face, this is the sketch. Sweep path is going to be the helical. And as you can see, we now have our helical sweep all the way around. I can green tick that if I wanted to. That could be a nice thread. I know it's not the right shape, but you understand what I'm talking about. Or we could add a new section, a new part, if we wanted to make some sort of square spring. As you can see, there is our square spring. Very, very simple. Now, you can also do this to things that are not necessarily a perfect cylinder, in terms of if I had this here as a drafted shape, and I green tick that, it has now started it much tighter and it's gone round to a wider part at the top. Hopefully that makes sense. All I've done there is I've added a draft, but for you, you could make a completely random shape and it will follow the cylinder as you wish. It's got to be flat though, so you can't have curved shapes. Sadly, that will not work. Have a play around. It's a really useful tool.